Greetings, fellow YouTubers. SSG Rocker 69 coming at you. So I watched this video called Knock Tobacco Out of the Park. I guess it's about how harmful smokeless tobacco is for people and baseball players, and how children are getting sucked into this whole dipping thing and all of that. Well, you know what? It's a bunch of shit, okay? Let me tell you that, okay? There is, if you want to tell kids not to use tobacco, tell them not to smoke, okay? There are over 2,000 carcinogens in smoking from the combustion of tobacco. You don't combust fucking smokeless tobacco, okay? While it can cause cancer, the chances are so slim that it's not even, shouldn't even be remotely significant. Data shows that only three, between 2 and 4, 3 people out of 100,000, 6 numbers, 6 digits, 100,000, 3 out of 100,000 people get oral cancer a year from smokeless tobacco. What are they going to start putting warning labels on cars now? More people die of car accidents because of what they did. If you get drunk and drive 115 miles an hour down a road and kill somebody, including yourself, you have a better chance of doing that than getting cancer from smokeless tobacco. Now, you know, I'm not saying, hey, go out and dip, do it, whatever. If you don't want to, don't do it. I don't care. But I would say, you know, if you smoke, dipping is not a bad option in comparison. You know, it doesn't make you stink. You know, it's fairly inconspicuous. You know, you don't have to buy it all the time. It is cheaper than cigarettes. And, you know, it's just kind of like a habit. And the nicotine stays in you longer, so you don't need it as often as smokers do. You know, the smoke makes you look older, and it can totally mess up your skin. It can give you so many different kinds of cancer, and that's proven. You know, you sit down and you watch all the fucking TV commercials about how awful smoking is. And, you know, I'm not going to sit around and tell everybody how bad smoking is, you know, because everyone already knows, all right? Our bureaucratic government has pretty much made that clear, all right? But, you know, if you look at the commercials, it's a different person every single time explaining why cigarettes are bad, all right? And I agree with them, you know? But why aren't there commercials like that about dip? Why is it not nearly as big? Because it's nowhere near as harmful, and they know that. But since it's tobacco, the government and everyone else that is all anti-tobacco throws them in there to try to get everyone to quit it. Okay? You know, do what you want, but, you know, think about it before you decide to say, I'm going to get oral cancer. I will get oral cancer if I use dip. My mouth's going to fall off. You know, you see a kid, you see this guy, the short hair and everything, with the whole mutation and everything. Bless his heart, and you know what? I'm happy that he's out there, he's being active and everything. You know, that's great for him. I have nothing against him, but you know what? People see that and they get scared. That guy is unlucky. Unlucky. You have a better chance of freaking getting struck by lightning almost. Now don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to make a point, you know. It's just, this has gotten so ridiculous. So freaking ridiculous. And parents who bitch about it, would you rather have your kid out smoking pot, crack, drinking, doing all these drugs, or having a couple pinches of Copenhagen every once in a while. Like, geez, man. Why don't you promote more anti-drug than anti-smokeless tobacco? I don't want to freaking hear it. Okay? I've been dipping forever. And, you know, I go to the dentist, there's nothing wrong with my freaking teeth. Brush your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, something's going to happen. Okay? Something's going to happen. I'm not saying you're going to get oral cancer, but when the sticker says may cause tooth decay, that's because it has sugar in it, and it's kind of like the brown liquids getting in your mouth. It doesn't matter what you eat. If you don't brush your teeth, you're going to get tooth decay. Either way, it doesn't matter whether it's smokeless tobacco or not. So, I mean, people thinking, oh, my teeth are going to fall out if I do smokeless tobacco, if I chew Red Man, or I do some Coke, or some Grizzly, or some Skull, or some Kodiak. You know, that's not true. If you brush your teeth, you floss every once in a while, and you take care of your mouth, you have nothing to worry about. But, you know, I'm no doctor by any means, but just do some research, okay? You know, because I'm tired. I am tired of being preached to all the time about you know, how bad tobacco is. Let people live their freaking lives. Like, jeez, it's just obnoxious. You know? You know what? You're better off. You're worse off eating 3 candy bars a day and not brushing your teeth than doing 2 pinches of smokeless tobacco and not brushing your teeth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like, but you know what? You don't see a warning label on candy. You don't say this causes tooth decay and tooth loss. You know, this can cause gum disease. Yeah, that's if you don't brush your freaking teeth. You know? But no, since tobacco is in the same family as smoking, it's the worst thing in the world. So what everyone that does it, you know what? There is not one person out there who has dipped or smoked in front of somebody and somebody hadn't said, your mouth's going to fall off. Your lungs are going to turn black. That might be smoking. You know, friends, family should take a little bit of concern with smoking. But dipping, don't say a freaking word to me. Don't say a word to me. If you have someone, this is the last thing I'm going to say. If you know somebody that is having a really hard time smoking and has been having a really hard time quitting smoking and all of that, but they haven't been doing it for that long, encourage them to dip. It will save your life. Because if you dip, it'll stay in your bloodstream longer. You don't have to do it all the time. You can brush your teeth and nothing will be changed. But if that person continues to smoke and doesn't dip, and they smoke their whole life, that's when serious things can happen. The facts are right about smoking. I'm not saying smoking is safe. Smoking is very unsafe. Smoking is I'm not saying that dip is not addictive. All I'm saying is I'm tired of how people think that dip is freaking anthrax. You know? It's just ridiculous. You know what? If you smoke, dip. If you dip, dip. Freaking dip. And buy a mud jug. Mud jugs are nice. I guess that's a halfway shout out to Mud Jug 1. I love that guy. I bought a mud jug, and I love it. Okay? If you want to dip, dip. Do it. I'm making you. You dip. If you dip and somebody's telling you not to, if you chew and someone's telling you not to, you pull out that bag or that can, you put one in, and you fucking spit right on it. Okay? If you see a commercial that says not to dip or anything, you pause the TV if you have DVR or any of that, and you go put a dip in, and you spit while you watch that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, and I think everyone that dips is sick of it too. That's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you very, very much if you actually stuck with me for 9 minutes and 52 seconds of this video. Thank you very much. I love you, YouTube.